and it would be so simple. Why didn't I think of it? Schedule. Now, Alicia, unless I'm mistaken, we have a meeting of the advisory panel on healthcare for children tomorrow night. Is that right?
Yes, I think so. Would you like a copy of the schedule?
No, I've got one. Here's mine. Right, healthcare for children advisory panel. Good. All right, put in a call to Frank, and Bob Reed should be notified also, suggesting that Miss Coleridge's first contribution to the campaign should be to attend this meeting of the medical panel.
Miss Coleridge?
Yeah, Frank wants her to work. Let's put her to work.
All right.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just thought you were against it.
I am.
You seem to be agreeing so easily.
I don't have any choice. Frank doesn't want Jillian to feel cut off, and he wants them to have a chance to see each other on a regular basis. I think it's a terrible idea, but my problem is that I can't disagree on professional grounds. She's been involved with these campaigns before. She's qualified. Have to give the lady her chance. On the other hand, I can set up a little demonstration.
I'm afraid I still don't understand.
Jillian Coleridge will participate for precisely 1 evening in Frank's campaign. She will make her contribution, and after that, she is going to resign from politics once again.
Why?
Because it's going to become obvious to everybody, including Frank, just how negative that contribution could be. I'm going to prove it tomorrow night.
At the child health meeting?
That's right.
But how do you know what Miss Coleridge will do?
I don't know, but I can be 99 and 44/100% pure. Fact is, very simply, her contribution will be short and hopefully not too sweet. Now, call Frank and see about getting her to that meeting. Will you do it, Alicia?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I will see about providing some fireworks for tomorrow evening.
Designer organizer.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Hi.
Hi.
I was lonely, so I got hungry.
Well, where'd you get all the food?
An angel of mercy. Maeve was here.
Oh, okay. You get back into bed, and I will make you a snack. What would you like?
Nothing, thank you.
But you just said that you were hungry.
Suddenly, I'm not. Now that you're here, the last thing on my mind is food. In fact, the only thing on my mind is you.
Oh, you're really feeling all that much better, huh?
Really, Doctor, I feel splendid. If there's a mountain you want moved or a river I can harness for you, just say the word and I'm at your service.
Gee, that's great. It's really wonderful. It's funny, though. I feel a little sad to think that our time together is coming to an end. I rather enjoyed staying here with you.
Now, let's not be too hasty. You know, I may be well enough to move a mountain, but I'm not sure that I'm well enough to stay here without you. In fact, I was thinking how very nearly indispensable you've become to me, and I wondered, now, what would be a fitting tribute? So I managed to send out for something for you.
You didn't?
Yes, I did.
What did you get?
Come and see.
Okay. Hey, you've tidied up a bit.
Well, there's no end to my capabilities.
Oh, Tom. Oh. It's lovely.
You like it?
Oh, I adore it.
Well, if that meets with your approval, I feel safe in giving you the rest.
Oh, Tom, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to. I'm the one that needs to find words. I need to find ways to express my gratitude to you for all you've done for me, including saving my life twice.
Oh, Tom.
I count it. Twice? What thanks do I give for a life, for a hope? What thanks do I give for a dream? What life do I give for faith? I'm free for faith, for the life she gave to me. It's a poor thing, but you said you liked poetry, so I composed some for you this afternoon.
You wrote this today?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Not really.
For faith.
Here's the real thing. A first edition Yeats. One of the few things I brought over with me. This is to you from William Butler Yeats, a real poet.
Oh, Tom.
Never shall a young man thrown into despair by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. Now, you read the next verse.
Okay. But I can get a hair dye and set such color there, brown or black or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone and not my yellow hair.
I heard an old religious man but yesternight declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. It's yours now.
Oh, Tom, I can't accept this.
Shh, shh, shh. No talking.
I am not in control of this situation.
No, I see nothing wrong with that. Nothing whatsoever.
Tom.
Shh, 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 shh.
Tom, there's a problem.
Well, whatever it may be, why don't we put our heads together and see if we can't solve it?
Dr. Bolak,
Mrs. Woodard.
they told me I might find you here.
Yeah, but not for long. Under oath to leave the building and go home. It's the only way I could get discharged. I mean, they promised not to come back to work until tomorrow, and then only half a day.
So Dr. Moultrie told me.
Which is ridiculous. I'm completely recovered.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was hoping you'd be able to accept a little invitation.
To what?
Want you to serve on an advisory medical panel to provide an informed opinion to Frank Ryan and help draft a position paper on national health care for children.
National health care for children. It's an interesting idea.
Will you do it?
Mrs. Woodard,
Great, please.
I'm hardly the person to serve as an advisor to Frank Ryan.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one of Mr. Ryan's many admirers.
Yes, I know. But I understood that the differences were personal, not political.
Oh, listen, they are intensely personal. And I find it extremely unlikely that Frank could be interested in anything I have to say.
On the contrary, I'm sure he's very interested in your medical opinions. You're a distinguished physician. Dr. Bolak, the point of this panel is not to gather together a group of Frank's supporters. That would be a lot of fun for all of us, but wouldn't get the job done. We need the best medical opinions available so that Frank can make the best possible choices. The more outspoken those opinions, the better. To be frank with you, I came to you because I heard you had a lot of strong opinions on just about everything.
I see.
Go on. This is your chance to get them into the mainstream of a national campaign. I can't believe you want to turn that down.
Well, I do have a lot to say about national health care. Not only for children, for everybody.
Fine. Tomorrow night is your chance. My apartment.
Well, if Frank can put aside personal differences, I certainly can.
Good for you. We will be most grateful for your counsel. That's the address. Now, there'll be you and one other doctor from Riverside, Dr. Frankel.
What, chief of pediatrics?
And then there'll be Dr. Ennett, the psychologist, Professor Lunar, several child care experts, Frank, of course, and Miss Coleridge may drop by.
Jill?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, she promised to volunteer to work on his campaign.
Well, then, I'm afraid I won't be able to be with you after all, sorry.
What's your problem?
Well, Miss Coleridge and I are currently not on speaking terms. I'm afraid that might present one or two difficulties.
I thought you just indicated that you were capable of separating the professional from the personal.
See, when it comes to Frank, I can try. But since Jillian's going to be there as well, I really don't think that my presence would be very constructive.
Dr. Bolak, I cannot believe that three mature adults cannot put aside their personal disagreement for one evening in the interest of... No, I
Mrs.
can't.
Woodard, over my very strenuous objections, Jill Coleridge has decided once again to throw her lot in with Frank Ryan. Now, you see, that is a shortcut to disaster. If it were Jill alone, I might find a way to be more stoic, more sportsmanlike about it. You see, this time she's taking a child along with her. A child whom Frank has already disavowed once. A child whom even now, perhaps on your advice, he's keeping secret because of political expedience. A child who he will undoubtedly abandon again. Now, see, I have a very deep emotional tie to that little boy. But I'm not blaming Frank at this point. He's simply behaving true to form. Now, it is Jillian who is acting recklessly. I don't have much respect for her judgment at present. I think it's highly unlikely that I'd have very much patience with her on a panel of any sort, much less a panel dealing with the welfare of children. I'm afraid you're just going to have to find somebody else.
You amaze me. Yeah, I thought one of the prerequisites of a surgeon was his ability to put his emotions aside in order to save lives. You have a chance here to make a landmark contribution to the national health care of children in this nation. You have a chance, my friend, to help shape legislation which could change the history of medical treatment in this country. And you refuse to do that because you don't happen to like Miss Coleridge's romantic involvements, really. All right. All right, look, if she's your only problem, then I will call her up, ask her not to come. I'd much rather have you than her.
No. Don't do that. I'll be there. You are a most persuasive lady, Mrs. Woodard. Ray.
Seneca?
I'm sorry if I used you as a punching bag.
Oh, no harm done.
You know, I'm not easily convinced. How did you do it?
I'm a very charming and determined punching bag.
Yes, you are. Very.
I'm gonna look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at that panel meeting.
Spinning recipe?
If I can explain. Let me see if I can explain. I like you enormously. In fact, I think I love you. No, I don't think I do. I do. I love you.
You put it very well.
Well, you make me feel so wonderful. There have been times when I've been worried sick, when you were in danger, and times when I've been terrified of losing you, and times like right now when there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than right here with you. All of which suggests to me that I'm much more involved with you than I've allowed myself to realize. And yet, at the same time...
You have a problem.
Yes. The problem. The problem is my head. My head keeps telling me that I am out of control, that I'm allowing myself to be swept away with all these feelings because you are so incredibly attractive.
Thank you.
And you make me feel so fabulous.
Well, I'm glad I do, because, Faith, that's the way you make me feel.
I do.
Yes.
But is that the basis for a sensible relationship?
Well, you mean a sensible relationship should be less fabulous?
No.
Less attractive?
No.
Less wonderful?
No.
Well, I'm sorry, but I fail to see a little problem.
I really did have a problem. It was, if you just give me a second, I can come up with it. It had something to...
Now, instead of trying to remember your problem, why don't you think about all the lovely times we've had together?
Well, yeah, I have been thinking about those.
You know, the past is the mirror of the future.
Is that true?
Well, if we've had a lovely time in the past, we'll have a lovely time in the future.
Huh. Is that logical?
Of course not. But this isn't a time for logic.
Well, I always try to be logical.
Ah, now you see. That's your problem.
I knew if we put our heads together, we'd come up with a problem for me.
You see, two heads are better than one.
Yeah. Is that my...
I wonder, how did that happen?
Thomas, did you do that?
Well, you see how a little bit of a diversionary tactic right here can conceal a major operation which is occurring?
I'm an
There you are, darling. Oh, that's nice. Now, I didn't see that one yesterday, did I?
I'm not sure I'm going to keep it.
Oh, sweetheart, will you keep it? Do me a favor, try it on for me right now.
Oh, John.
Uh-huh.
I was just cleaning up in Delia's room, and I got to thinking about our trip. And I came in to look at all the paraphernalia that I bought.
Sweetheart, you do want to go, don't you?
Oh, of course I want to go. Oh, John, I want to go very, very much. I mean, we should be away from here for a while. The two of us, we need to rest.
Right.
Especially you.
And you?
And I'd like some time with you alone, man. It's been so long. Wouldn't it be a treat to sit on the sun deck and just have a conversation that nobody interrupts?
Yeah. Like Delia walking in the middle of the night.
That'd be a change. And then I get to thinking, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't even say it. I know we've decided we're going to take this cruise.
Well, darling, it sounds like you're still having an awful lot of trouble that we're going.
Well, it's just, John, that I think, well, we'll still love each other and we'll still be healthy whether we go on this cruise or not, but it just might make the world of difference to Patrick and to Delia. I mean, maybe they need it more than we do, huh?
Now, listen, sweetheart. Patrick is going to be fine. He was overworked when he started to rely on the pills, and he got off them himself. Now, just because it happened once doesn't have to happen again.
I wish we could talk to him.
Well, we can't talk to him until he decides to talk to us. We just have to trust him, like we trusted all our other kids. Now, if Patrick gets overtired again, he'll take a little vacation, and he won't go back to drugs.
I'd agree with you, John, except that Patrick doesn't always know when he's tired until it's too late. That boy thinks of everyone before he thinks about himself.
And so do you. You ever hear yourself talk sometime? Now, will you listen to me, please, lady? We are going on a trip, a little vacation, you and me. All right? Are we or are we not? All right.
All right. Hello.
Maeve, it's Ray Woodard. How are you?
Oh, Ray, fine. And yourself?
A little rushed, I'm afraid. Maeve, Frank's campaign needs you again. Have you got a minute?
Oh, surely.
Well, there's going to be a panel meeting at my apartment tomorrow night to help draft a position paper for Frank. The subject is health care for children, and it's an issue that we may want to go into very strongly on the campaigns, and we therefore want to do a very thorough study. Now, our problem is that we've got doctors, lawyers, child care experts of all sorts, and the only thing we don't have is a mother.
And this is tomorrow night you're speaking of?
Yeah, I'd like to explain a little bit more about it. You see, the important thing on a study group of this sort is the chemistry, the dynamics of the group as a whole. And we need a good cross-section. Now, you've raised 5 kids, and you know what health care bills can be with growing children, and you're not rich, you've done it on a budget, so the point is we do honestly need you. Can you do it?
And it's really important, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Why? Do you have a problem?
Well, it's just that we were planning on going away tomorrow.
Away? For how long?
Well, just a short holiday, the two of us.
That's you and Johnny.
Uh-huh. I tell you what, Ray, just hold on.
Babe, I hate to do this to you, but I made quite a few plans for this weekend. The campaign is just starting, and we do have to get going.
Well, all right, dear, I understand. Just hold on. John.
What? What is it?
It's Ray Woodard. I mean, there's a kind of an important meeting that has something to do with Frank's campaign, and she wants me there. And then she's made all kinds of other plans for the weekend for the two of us.
Oh.
Maybe it's a sign, John. I really think so.
Look, sweetheart, I don't want to insist on it if you don't think it's the right thing to do.
Are you sure?
Do what you think is right.
Ray, I'll be there tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm so glad. And what about the weekend?
You can count on me for the weekend, too.
That's wonderful. Listen, that son of yours is on his way to the Senate of the United States. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that's that. Oh, are you terribly disappointed, darling?
Sure, I'm disappointed. But we'll try and convince Patrick to take our tickets, and then I'll take you on a cruise later this spring. I can't feel too sorry for myself. As long as we're together, lady, what difference does it make, whether it's on a cruise ship or whether it's here?
Will you talk to Pat?
Yes, I'll talk to him as soon as he comes in. Don't take this back. Keep it. We'll get our turn.
Oh. Won't Delia be happy if Patrick agrees to go, huh?
Today, SoapNet is serving up a tailor-made Beverly Hills 90210 marathon with every guy that Kelly Taylor has loved and left behind. Take a holiday from the holidays starting today from 11 to 11, only on SoapNet.